Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the Universal Chinese. We are going to continue our special edition for July of one single Chinese word a day. And today is July 7th, right? So July 7th is, 7 is special number for me. It's my lucky number. And I put a special word for you today. It's English Tao. TAO, and as the English users, you probably have come across this this word, and to know it's something imported, meaning from the Oriental, and it's a way of thinking about the world. Basically, it's a Chinese way. It grew up in China, unlike Buddhism from India, right? It's a Taoism is local Chinese philosophy or framework to view how things work. And actually Tao itself means the way, right? That's what Westerners understand Tao. So today, unpack that. This is contemporary Chinese looking. And I can tell this means the head, and this means walking. And this is how ancient visual representation of that. It's much more complicated. And here I'm going to show you how it's expressed. Every stroke has a meaning, have an intention over there. Okay, so the right side is the head symbol. By itself, it looks like that, the head. It will say this doesn't look like head. Okay, I'm going to show you how. This shape is a nose bridge, like at the tip of the nose. And then there's two horizontal lines. It's the nostrils stacked up to save horizontal space. So Chinese character oftentimes stack up the eyeballs, stack up the nostrils to make it more vertically stacked instead of horizontally. And it doesn't really make sense, right? Like if nostril is still horizontal, why you have two, the nose bridge, why you have the two nostrils stack up? It doesn't make sense. I fully understand that, but that's this area, the center of the face. And then we have this big circle going fully around that, the parameters of the face, the head. So this is kind of the profile of the head. That is a super abstraction because we have other features of the head that's fully ignored. Just this tiny centerpiece of the head, the face, and then we draw a full line of it to mean the whole thing. That's what we're talking about. Okay, super simplification. And then there's three curvier strokes like that. It's the hair going upward, anti-gravity. Normally our hair dropping down, right? Like when would you imagine the hair going upward? Okay, it's bloody. It's when this head was cut off and its head held by the enemy's hand. And then the hair go upward because it's handheld. Well, I guess this was an ancient practice of only when you become somebody worthy of kill and have the whole head removed, then you would have that treatment. Normally it's ear cutting to show, okay, I killed one, I got one. And then if you made it into a higher rank in the army, then your whole head got cut off. And that's one. So that bloody image, make sure that's the full head with the hair on top that we're talking about. Okay, so that's the head. Eventually, this bloodiness, this war battling, beheading practice was, subsided. We don't really think about that bloody image anymore. This simply means the whole head. And then the top means progress. Actually, it's a footprint, left and right. And you see it's kind of symmetrical, right? When humans walk, we're walking, two legs walking, and that's human track. You can see this pattern. It's kind of a mirror image. Eventually, the right side got omitted. Just the left side is enough because the right side is guaranteed to be there. We don't need to say it anymore. We just write the three strokes like here, got super simplification of the three strokes over there. That means it's progressing, it's moving in space. And then the bottom is the food symbol. Yes, the food symbol, which kind of look like a cactus, right? That, okay, this is the big toe. This is the second toe. This is the rest of the toes, I guess. We only use 3 toes to express the food. And this is the soul of the food. So it's a little bit awkward abstraction, but that's how the food representation got abstracted over the years. And people eventually recognize, okay, that's the food. So foot moving in space, that means walking. We have food tracks to prove that. And then head, walking, means you're walking with intention. You're walking with your head, thinking about where you're walking. Okay, so this Tao, eventually in contemporary Chinese or English world, was mapped into multitudes of meanings. So Dao Lu simply means the road. It can be freeway or off-road, city road, all that. It's road. And then path, 路径. Wait. 道路 again. Okay. Or 通路, paired with 通, that means path, that through path. And then we have way, like again here, 道路 means this is the way you're going to walk on. And Taoism, 道教 教 means teaching. So Tao teaching means it's the religion, it's the philosophy or school of thought. And then doctrinal, of course, doctrine, because Taoism is one of the first. I guess we have other locally grown cult or religion or theories, and Tao is one of them. So, but the Tao was so prevalent in China, so that becomes like a doctrine. That's synonym with all kinds of school of thought. Okay, and circuit, I think it's related to path. It depends on the context. You can translate that circuit. And method, 道, like a 办法. 办法 is commonly used as method, but it can mean 道. Often we say 门道, like you have the door, and then you have the path. That means you find out the way to get to somewhere. Okay, and then we have principleism. So this related to doctrine or the thought, school of thought, Taoism. And then Tao can also mean talk. You see, Chinese can translate this as say or talk. Say is monologue, right? Talk is conversational. So both, we don't distinguish, we just talk. And that's the beauty of Chinese, like it's multitasking. One character can be applied in so many different situations, and it can pair with other characters to make that meaning concrete, to pin down to one whole. But if just by itself, it depends on the context, it can mean multitudes of things. And so I just translate Tao as mindful way, because you're walking like life's journey, right? Extended to life's journey, you're walking with intent, you're walking with a purpose, you're walking mindfully. I mean, mindful is, I guess, a trendy word in 2023. People always want to say, keep it mindful, like a more present aware, like where are you going, what are you doing, what's your impact to others. And I think that's a good way to relate to Tao, because Tao definitely is not just talking about yourself, a single person. It's you within the whole system, you within the whole environment, how you're going to take that path. Where is your path? How are you going to take that? All that can be packed into Tao. There we go. Cashing into the currency of thinking about one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.